How can we use money to help us understand decimals? We're all familiar with a dollar, and we're also familiar with amounts that are less than a dollar. Coins or change are amounts of money that are less than $1. Now we are in luck because your understanding of money is going to be extremely helpful for your understanding of decimals. Let's see how. As we discussed in Decimals Lesson 2, a whole square colored in would be the number 1. 1 in the ones place and 0 in the tenths place. Remember, place value continues to the right of the ones place. We have the tenths place, the hundredths place, and so on. Take note of the decimal point in these situations. The decimal point is always to the right of the ones place. We use decimals to show amounts that are less than one whole. So in this case, 48 hundredths, seen here in decimal form and here in fraction form, is only part of one whole square. As you see here, if we have one whole unit square divided into 100 equal parts, 48 of those parts are shaded in. 4 tenths, 8 hundredths, altogether is 48 hundredths of one whole square. So in the case of money, we can use place value too. $1, seen like this, shows 1 in the ones place, and after the decimal point, we have 0 tenths and 0 hundredths. What would tenths and hundredths look like in relation to a dollar? First, we'd have to consider $1 as our unit, or whole, meaning our starting amount. During our study of fractions, oftentimes we use food items as our unit or whole. This is our starting piece that we cut up into equal sized parts that we called fractions. Maybe we thought of pizza. That's easy to cut up. Maybe we thought of brownies as our unit or whole. Or maybe we thought of pie. All of those examples are things that are easily cut up and divided into equal parts. So what about money? What about a dollar? And no, the answer is not cutting a dollar into 100 equal parts using a scissors. If our unit square represented $1 and we divided that dollar into 100 equal parts, how much would each of those parts be worth? What would the value of 1/100th be? If it hasn't come to you yet and you aren't sure, worry not. We'll do a demonstration. Now we won't cut up a dollar into 100 equal parts, but what we will do is make ourselves a grid, a 10 by 10 grid with 100 equal parts, just like the ones we've been using to show decimals. So, what type of coin will fit in each of those equal parts? That's right, a penny. So if we divide a dollar into 100 equal parts, each of those parts will be a penny. We'd need exactly 100 pennies to make a dollar. So the next time you see a receipt, or you are at a self-checkout, or you see a cash register, pay attention to the money amount. Now we notice that if we have 1 penny, it shows up like this. Now we have a dollar symbol, but this shows me that we have 1/100th of a dollar, or in fraction form, shown like that. 1 penny is 1/100th of a dollar. 2 pennies is 2/100ths of a dollar. 3 pennies is 3/100ths of a dollar. 4 pennies is 4/100ths of a dollar. 5 pennies is 5/100ths of a dollar. 6 pennies is 6/100ths of a dollar. 7 pennies is 7/100ths of a dollar. 8 pennies is 8/100ths of a dollar. 9 pennies is 9/100ths of a dollar. 10 pennies is 10/100ths of a dollar. Now let's remember that 1/10 is the same as 10/100ths.
Here's the same exact grid as we had before, except it's divided into 10 equal parts instead of 100. Now what have we got here? That's right, it's a dime.
If we divide $1 by 10, we get 10 cents, or a dime. There are 10 dimes in $1. So as a result, a dime is 1/10 of a dollar. In decimal form, this is how it would appear, with 0 in the ones place because we don't have one whole dollar, followed by the decimal point. In the tenths place, we have a 1 to represent 1/10 of $1. 0.1, or 1/10. More often than not, though, in terms of money, you will see it written like this, 0.10, which shows us 1/10 and 0/100ths, which is the same exact thing as 10/100ths. Now if we add 1 penny to that dime, we have 11 cents, of course. In money or decimal form, we would have 0 ones, meaning 0 whole dollars, 1/10 for our dime, 1/100th for our penny, and it would be the same as 1/10 plus 1/100th, as we can see here. 1/10 plus 1/100th is the same as 11/100ths. A dime and a penny is 11/100ths of $1. A dime and 2 pennies is 12/100ths of a dollar. A dime and 3 pennies is 13/100ths of a dollar. And so on and so forth.
To complete your independent work, you will match the decimal amount shown on each slide. In this case, this shows 32/100ths. To show 32/100ths of a dollar, I would need to drag 3 dimes, or 3/10ths of a dollar, and 2 pennies, or 2/100ths of a dollar. Altogether, this shows 32/100ths of a dollar, or 32 cents.
Keep up the good work and do your best.